Hello, I'm Stetson here with Al, and we're going to show you our new game, Cake Crunch. Cake Crunch is a 1 to 8 player game where you and your team have to try and make 5 cakes as quick as you can. While this is usually a pretty easy task, our game has a little bit of a twist to it. 2 teams go head to head to see who can create 5 cakes as quick as they can while avoiding obstacles and the other team. So let's jump in right into the setup. To set up for the game, your group will split into 2 teams, Raspberry and Strawberry. Strawberry is red and Raspberry is pink. Each player must put on their team's colored chest plate so that we know you're in the game. You must put everything you have in your chest. That includes armor, food, weapons, and any other form of item. Please make sure to set your spawn. You're kind of expected to die, so it would suck for you to spawn all the way back at home. If you die, you're expected to go back and grab your chest plate and continue the game. There is an ender chest in the lobby for anyone who needs it. You may be wondering, death in a cake game doesn't quite make sense, but you'll understand soon. Before we start the actual game, make sure the door is closed so nothing gets out. Like I said, the main point of the game is to complete 5 cakes. You can tell how many cakes you've completed based off the little counter in this little glass vial. But what do I make these 5 cakes from? Well, let me show you. We have 5 different stations that you need to pay attention to. Those 5 stations being wheat, sugarcane, bone meal, milk, and eggs. Let's start with the most important station first, bone meal. Bone meal is one of the most important materials because it's used in 3 different stations. You get bone meal by entering and completing the parkour course in the spooky temple. Be warned though, some ex-employees still haunt the temple to this day. Next is the easiest station, wheat. This station is probably the most self-explanatory. All you need to do is bone meal your wheat 1 to 3 times, and then collect it. Next is sugarcane. Sugarcane is pretty similar to wheat, but a couple more steps. To firstly grow the sugarcane, put your bone meal in the dispenser, click the button, and then it should grow. To break your sugarcane down, simply throw an egg at the target block, and the piston should break it. To grab your sugarcane, simply go up to the glass and it should collect through the little gap. Sugarcane can be crafted into sugar, which is essential to making cakes. But let's backtrack a moment. Did I say you need to throw an egg at a target block? Yes, eggs are one of the most important items in this game, but not for the reason you think. We'll get more into that later, but let me show you how to at least grab them. All you need to do is go to the bone meal to egg conversion area. Throw bone meal into the bone meal hopper, and then check the barrel for eggs. Last but not least, milk. Each player should have 1 milk bucket in each of their chests. This is another pretty simple station. All you need to do is wait for the cow to come across the track and milk it at the perfect time. I promise you won't get it immediately, but with good practice you'll soon get better and better at it. Now that we've gone over the stations, let me show you some other important information you should know. First off, not everyone remembers the cake recipe off the top of their head. That's why we put it right above you every time you're playing. Just simply look up and it should be looking right back at you. Next, each team should have this item frame grid on their side of the game. Using team cooperation to fill up the grid is essential to completing the game quicker and with more efficiency. Alright, now one of the most fun and most competitive features of the game. Eggs. Eggs can be thrown across the other side of the map to slow down the opposing team. One of my biggest tips to you is to use the eggs for this purpose. They are really helpful for getting ahead and getting that upper hand. One last tip. If you get hit by a splash potion, I recommend using milk to get rid of the effects. It's quicker and a way easier solution. Alright y'all, that's it. Thanks for sticking around and watching that entire video. Hope you guys enjoy our new game, Cake Crunch, and have fun.